Oh, so yeah, I told you about the Mashburns. So I was working for them and shit, and they had this project called Project Care. And Rebecca Mashburn is a nurse. No, Rebecca Mashburn was a physician. Not exactly sure. And Jay Mashburn was an engineer, civil engineer. And they've both done a lot of work in India and Africa, places like that. I don't know exactly, you know.
But you were working with them doing
Yeah,
what?
so they were shipping medical supplies for that St. Mary's, you know, maybe unopened stuff that couldn't be used here in America to violate the laws, but maybe could be used over there. So they were shipping medical supplies, things like that, and they got put in the newspaper. And I was just happy to be in the newspaper. I got put in the newspaper for that. And then,
But you were working for them when that happened, and that's why you got put in the newspaper?
Yeah. Well, I was working for Project Care. I was volunteering there. Yeah. So that's why I got put. I'm literally, my face is in the picture of Project Care. I'm the only nigga in the whole picture. The only nigga and the youngest nigga in the whole picture. Anyway, so I'm a good dude. I'm a fucking good guy.
The people that don't look like them.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I'm a good dude. Like, I'm a good guy. I'm a fucking historically good guy. Write it down, put it on a fucking piece of paper, good guy. No, I'm just joking. But I'm also a historically shitty nigga. So, and what happened is anyway, I went through, when I got kicked out of school, and I went through, it was hard for me. Not really having known anybody in Colorado or knowing anybody, period. Nigga, like, I don't know nobody, period. So not knowing nobody or having nobody talk to you, shit like that.
Foreign land.
Yeah.
Survive.
I was just figuring shit out. You know, trying to get my shit together. And I ended up in a bad spot. You know, I was staying in my car. It gets cold as fuck in Grand Junction. Way colder than it does out here. But there isn't snow. So people don't know that. Anyway, but I was cold as shit one night. And I've been staying in my car and shit. And I've been homeless for like a few months now. Several months. And, but nobody knew that. You know, nobody knew that about me. And I had like sort of had like weird friends, you know. So like a lot of people that I talked to.
in the car the whole time?
Whole time. A lot of people that I talked to were like more affluent. You know what I mean? More affluent. And I had like this idea, you know. Anyway, and staying in my car. And I just ended up, one night I was just super fucking cold. And I was going to this gas station and I went in there to get a water. And this bitch was just the rudest person I've ever encountered in my life. And I was like, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, I forget about it. I go in there the next night. And let's just skip forward, like, for weeks, for maybe a week. I go in there, I buy water, I pay for gas. And this woman is ridiculously rude to me. And it eats at me, because I know I'm homeless. And she's treating me like I'm homeless. And I know I'm homeless. So it's eating at me, And then there comes a point where I officially run out of money. I had a lot of money saved, but I eventually just ran out.
Of course.
I refused to live like I was homeless. So I was still living like I wasn't homeless. I was still eating how I wanted and shopping how I wanted and drinking how I wanted. So I ran out of money. So
I know that was a tough lesson for sure.
yeah. So it got cold a couple nights and I ended up just going into that store and she was just fucking rude to me again. And this is horrible
Why
to
you
say.
think you just being rude? Just because you was black? Because you young?
I have no idea.
Coming in there.
And to be completely honest, I have no idea. And anybody who knows me, I'm an extremely respectful person. I think anybody who's talked to me, do not fucking mistake that shit. I'm loose in the head a little bit. I am. So anyway,
For sure.
after dealing with that a lot, and I just went in there one night and I was fucking hungry. And you know, I didn't apply for food stamps, no shit like that. And I wanted gas in my car. And I was already thinking about doing something illegal anyway. And I went in there and she was fucking rude to me again. And I thought about it and I was like, you know, come shift change. Her boss is gonna be here. You know, he's like 5'10".
So you said, fuck it.
I'm just gonna go in there and take it. So I did, so I got dressed, you know, I went in there and I just walked in there and I just opened the register. I didn't hit anybody, I didn't pull a gun on anybody, but I just thought to myself, you know, tonight I'm not gonna be hungry. Tonight I'm not gonna be cold. And I would've got away with it too, as they said on Scooby-Doo, but this nigga, this good Samaritan, white dude, followed me in a trailblazer I did not know. And he followed me and saw me do everything, and that's how they found me.
Damn.
You know. So yeah, and I got a news for that. Robbing the Sienna.
Well, you know, most motherfuckers in this lifetime don't make it in the news or the newspaper, let alone like for back-to-back moments.
Anybody who's met me in Grand Junction probably thinks I'm like, it's like, it depends on when you met me, how you met me. So I'm either like the worst person in the world, the drunkest man you ever met in your life, the most alcoholic man you encountered, or I'm an extremely intelligent, distinguished young gentleman that's going far.
The different characters of Marcus, you know, that's going back to this beginning conversation, which we'll circle back to at some point. The characters, you know, the roles that we play in life. But I'll come back to that. So let's just take a random turn, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I ain't seen you a lot lately.
Yeah.
I know you've been doing a lot. Let me ask you something random, man.
Yeah.
Who you think's right more, men or women?
Man, you trying to get me fucking killed, nigga.
I only ask, man, because as men with ladies in our lives, like mind you, I know a bunch of intelligent. Let's be clear. As a man who was raised by a woman who has an IQ of like 165, like factually, like she was always right in my eyes. So like I don't want you to get it fucked up. And I've been blessed enough in this life to constantly be like I'm the man who's usually in the presence of the smart female. You know what I'm saying? Who liked me, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So
I've never met an intelligent woman who accredited her intelligence to a woman.
nah.
I've never met. I don't want to say they don't exist.
Say that one more time.
I've never met an extremely intelligent woman who accredited her intelligence to a woman. And I don't know. I've never spell it. I can spell all that shit.
Expound.
No, expound. So like, one thing I've noticed with women, I've met a lot of great women in my life, and I'm attracted to powerful women. Always have been. Like I'm not really necessarily into, fucking Macy at Target. Like I don't want that. I want
you got some weird proclivities. I know what you be doing.
I don't want Cheryl from accounting. I need Ashley from the DA's office. Like, what is she doing this weekend?
No doubt.
Ashley, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking.
For the DA's office.
I don't know if that's a real person. If that's a real person, I'm so sorry. But no, real talk. Like, I've met a lot of intelligent women, a lot of great women, and most of those women accredit their intelligence and what they learned from a man. They talk about they learned it from a man. I don't know women that talk kindly of women. I'm not saying it's right, wrong. I'm not saying anything like that. I don't know women to talk kindly of women. A lot of women that I've been around necessarily say, like, I necessarily don't like this girl. They stand up for each other. They do. They stand up for each other. I know women to talk kindly of women, their friends, particularly when they're right in front of them. But I don't know women to talk kindly of women. And I've never met a woman who accredits. So to answer your question, I think, this is my young 26-year experience, don't kill me. I think men are right more than women. Only because we have the physical, this is fucked up, but the physical dominance to change the rules and have over the time. So the rules of life are really dictated by us. Because unfortunately, like, the choice of whether women live or die, maybe not based on a man, but is ultimately based on men. Where, a good man, of course, like, I don't hit women, I don't beat women. That is my choice. If that makes any sense, it's my choice. Like, obviously, I'm not trying to get any kudos. I'm not making it seem like I'm picking every day.
No.
But I'm just saying. But most of the time, women are allowed the rights they have because men, learn over time and learn from these women and learn what's greater for society and learn that women deserve these rights and they need them. But if it wasn't that men did, then, and unfortunately, right or wrong is just dictated by who's around to tell the story.
Well, I mean, we know right and wrong are subjective anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ask simply because of like moments I find my own self in. Like last week, I was in a room. I was telling y'all about it earlier with the research thing. But two things that were factual about the room I was in was, number one, I was one of there was probably like 30, 35 people, maybe like 30 people in there. And I was one of maybe 6 men, maybe 6. Number two, of the other side of that being primarily women, they were all women with degrees. And so there was a moment in which we were going back and forth about some things. And I made a point that was just very hard to get around. And immediately the response I was going back and forth with 2 black women, to keep it real, and one of the things that just kept coming out of them was how they have master's degrees, right? And I realized how angry they were. They couldn't get around the point that I was saying. And it made me wonder, what's more important to y'all right now? the fact that y'all aren't right, or the fact that I don't have degrees like y'all?
People mistake education with intelligence.
Bingo. We know that in mind. Bingo. I like how you put that. We know that there's a difference. We know that there's a difference between having information and understanding.
Right.
You know, but that's a
Right.
separate thing. But I just wonder about it. You know, just my own interactions with women.
Yeah.
Here goes another one for you. You like female basketball?
I don't even watch male basketball.
So music, what's going on with music with you?
I just dropped a new single called Sweet Peas. It's more rap than a lot of my other stuff. Check it out. I'm trying to develop a portfolio. I have a lot of music that sits in a lot of different places, and I'm trying to develop an honest portfolio. Just kind of speak with what we were talking about earlier a little bit with me, is trying to distinguish myself and develop myself as an artist. And
What does that mean?
I consider myself a multi-genre artist. I think I can fucking make music in any genre that I want. But in order to do that, and in order to prove that, I have to have music in every genre. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a large portfolio of music that spans over different genres, so that when I tell people, no, I'm not just a rapper, no, I'm not just an R&B artist, no, I'm not just a pop singer, I can also make country music, or no, I'm not just a country, I can also make rock.
Why is that important?
Because it's important to me, and I think it's important for me to break this idea of music has to fit into these 4 genres that we fucking decided. You know, music is not fucking necessarily a box, man. Like, just because you have bars that fit tight over a chorus or fit tight over a beat and explain your past or explain your history doesn't necessarily make it rap. And just because you have a melody, you know, you have a good rhythm, and you're talking about sad stories over that melody, doesn't mean it has to be rhythm and blues. And the industry that we've created and the art that we created for ourselves limits us to. Everybody always says, give me the new music, where's the new music, where's the new music? Well, as soon as somebody starts to create new music or tries to create new music, the first thing people go to do is to say, this is not what I like to listen to, this is different from what I listen to, or this belongs into this box.
But what happens when people like a thing from you? Like, you don't think that's confusing?
No, I think if people if people listen to one of my R&B tracks and they're like, this is fucking great, and they're like, I don't like the rest of Marcus's music, if I don't want to listen to nothing else Marcus that nigga put out, I just like this song, so that's good.
You don't
And if
think that
people
hard?
like, no, because guess what, they're gonna listen to that song, but they're gonna listen to it 120,000 times. Do you think Nelly's branch into country music harmed him at all? Fuck no. And because there's some country
Think it
people
helped
that, yeah, because there's some people that never, bro. I know some white people that don't listen to rap at all. Like, they don't even like. It's not that they don't like rap or have anything against black people. It's not in their day. Rap has nothing to do with their life. But they listen to a Nelly song. They listen to a Nelly song, and they'll listen to Nelly because he has country music. So they put on to rap, hip hop in general, from the couple of excerpts that nigga had in the country, and then that not only made them more of a Nelly fan, where they'll listen to more of Nelly songs than they would have listened to, but now they're listening to more rap than they listen to, realizing that, hey, there's parts of this genre that fit my type of lifestyle. And I've done that with the same
is
thing.
a rapper though.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying
That's the box.
no, I'm saying, but that's a box. That's what Nelly says he is. I don't know if that's what people want to
I
put
mean, that's
Nelly,
what we would categorize
But
him
that's
as.
the difference between. I'm saying that's the main difference between me and Nelly. I'm not a rapper that's stepping into
But
country.
that's
I'm
what
just an
I'm
artist that
saying.
can do it all.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's an example of
If-
stepping into different genres can be good.
Like, if you,
Yeah.
mind you, every now and again you run across like the rarities, you know what I'm saying, who
Yeah.
are able to like do a bunch of different things within the
Yeah.
art that we're accepting of, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when you get to somebody like Drake, you know what I'm saying, he could get on here, he could rap like he from the East Coast,
Right.
he could get on here, he could sound like he drilling somewhere in Chicago,
Right.
he could rap like them dudes over in Europe, he could fuck around and make some Afro beat shit, like all of it, right?
Yeah.
We accept that from him now.
Right.
But
Y'all
we
didn't
know
before.
we listen to him rap
Right.
and sing, like that was the furthest outside the box. Like,
Right.
you rap here and you sing here, and even
Right.
he didn't invent that. You know, I
Right.
think the first person we might give that to is maybe like Lauryn Hill, maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, there is a box that you start from that you expand out of.
Right, a lot of these artists. That's the way they did it, and that's the way they started. And every single one of them, from any rapper I've ever seen, from fucking 2000, from the 80s, nigga, they all complain about the same thing. Like, oh, everybody only sees me in this thing, and I'm scared to step out in genres. And as they get older and develop more music, that's the first thing they want to do. Every single one of them, pick an artist, and I'll tell you about when they stepped out of their artistry. And you can pick one from any genre, and I can tell you about when they stepped out of their artistry. You can even pick some of the younger guys, man. Think about a motherfucker like Lil Yachty. He did a whole psycho rock album. I don't even know what that is. Like, he's like literally, it's a rock album literally about psychedelics. It's psychological drugs. Totally obtuse of rap. No rap in it. He still makes rap music to this day. Nigga, I still listen to Lil Yachty. I'm gonna go back. I went back and listened to his rap album, even though I don't listen to none of that type of music. And my point is, if I don't start from a box, my point is, if I don't start from the box, it's gonna be really hard to put me in that bitch.
But now then, my question only becomes this.
Yeah.
My question only becomes this.
Yeah.
So going back to his psycho rock album,
Yeah.
what purpose does it serve to make it? Is it because that's where, like, I think the separation exists for me, or
Yeah.
not so much the separation, but it's like, or what's called in the question. It's like, if you came into this as this,
Yeah.
and the intention in this was to follow a path, gain a following,
Right.
who is willing to grow with you and do what you do through your artistry, right?
Yeah.
And mind you, creating that does that, but who are you creating it for if you know what you come from isn't this?
I guess it's just for the art, man. I think that's the difference. I think that's the separation in rap from the rest of music and from the rest of art, and why so many young black people like myself want to separate ourselves from rap. Is rap is almost this idea, there's these rules you have to follow. It's this literature that's been set out before us by these people before us, and these rules that have to be followed in rap. Like, we almost owe a tithing for being a nigga from the hood. You almost gotta make everybody from the hood happy. I'll say it here, bro. Y'all niggas didn't do shit for the little scrawny ass kid that didn't have nothing to eat, nigga. I don't feel like I owe niggas nothing. If you listen to my music and you like it, then it's for you. And if you listen to my music and you don't like it, then it's not for you. But I think that's the separation that needs to happen in rap for rap to grow. Is rap is so focused on who listens to it. It doesn't matter.
But
Whoever
how
wants
does rap
to
grow? But see that, and this is
by
where,
stepping into other
hold up.
genres.
And this is what, and this is exactly the point I was hoping you got to, because this is where, in my personal opinion, why the culture dies or is dying. Because in hip hop, the first thing we want to do after we make some dope rap shit is you want to go and do something else. And yet in all of the other spaces that make up the genres, that's not what they do. Like, if you're an R&B singer, you gonna keep your R&B in that space.
Go finish. My bad.
If you make blues, you gonna keep it blues, and you know that anything outside of that is not blues. And yet in hip hop, the argument becomes, and to know that it's one of the most original art forms, and yet the first thing everybody wants to do is use it as a catapult and then go into everybody else's.
Yeah, so I think I don't know that it's true that that exists in all other genres, man. There's a lot of other artists. There's a lot of other artists.
We can go through all the
genres. We can talk about Linkin Park, right? Who started in rock. They got all of their literally everything that they do from rock, but also live in hip hop. A lot of hip hop. We can talk about
why do they live in hip hop?
Because they done a couple hip hop albums and they like it.
They live in hip hop now. If we're gonna be honest, because Jay-Z recognized them as as an alternative band that he thought was dope, and he made an album with it. So
but that's not just them.
Relevancy.
That's not just them. That's just one example. And exactly, they did some stuff in hip hop, and they expanded.
Take Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly is
nah. All right, so we'll use Post Malone.
I don't even think it's fair. But even Post Malone is fair. There's country artists.
In here. You did the same thing that niggas in this want to do. You saw it as a culture that has the ability to be accepted if you come in it a certain way, and then as soon as you got popularity from it, you wanted to move on.
Right. No, that's a good one. I think Machine Gun Kelly doesn't fall into the Post Malone category because people don't know Machine Gun Kelly did rock before he did rap.
But
Machine Gun
we
Kelly
know
got
him for Pete.
We black people know him from, but he got the majority of his fan base from the old rock he used to do. The white girls that used to love him for his old rock shit still love him now. Let's be real. How
You
many
would
black
not know
people?
who he was if
How
he
many
wasn't a
black people
rapper.
are checking Machine Gun Kelly when he drops a new album? Let's be real, bro. How many niggas
No.
is checking Machine Gun
White
Kelly new
people
album?
in rock are doing it when he drops.
Yeah,
For sure.
he's a
But-
rock star.
But it does not change the fact
Yeah.
that his popularity
Yeah.
came from him coming into this as a white boy who rapped.
I think I don't know. I think that's arguable. I don't know.
It's not arguable.
Because I grew up watching Machine Gun Kelly my whole life, and I didn't
mind
even know he rapped. I didn't even know he rapped till I was like older. And
I
then when he
only
did that
knew he
shit,
rapped.
and then when he did that shit with Eminem, everybody from my generation who loves this niggas from my generation, they always like, "You're not a rapper. Don't go against Eminem. You're not a rapper."
I'm not even
No,
big. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying
people use the culture
Yeah.
as a springboard, and then
Yeah.
from the springboard they want to go into other places.
I-
and one of the
I'm not ignoring that.
And one of the most integral niggas
Yeah.
in this space, who most of this generation,
Yeah.
you know, I'm about to say it, who they view as a master within this,
Yeah.
is Kanye West.
Yeah.
Because Kanye West came into, mind you, I'm talking about, he proved the stages of how it works.
Yeah.
He came in as a beat maker.
Yeah.
He transitioned from beat maker, then he rapped,
Yeah.
and then the next transition came when he said, "I'm gonna start singing."
Right.
And then the next transition became the sounds that we got with Pablo and the Black Nazi and all that shit.
Right.
And now here we are, and the issue that he suffers from in this is that as a hip hop artist, because he didn't expand it so far, it now looks like he can't go back to just being a rapper.
My question is, why is it important when young guys transition out of rap? Like every rapper who's ever rapped left rap, and they made more money when they left rap. Every rapper. I mean, pick
What you
anybody.
mean? You
I
mean
mean,
like what you
anybody.
mean
Pick
as
a
a
rapper.
rapper and then
I
they
mean,
became
name
an
a rapper.
actor?
Name a rapper from your name a rapper from the older generation. Any rapper. Name Jay-Z. Jay-Z's done a fuck ton of movie, and he's made more money
But he
from
still,
art
as
than he
an
has rap.
artist, is a rapper.
I mean,
This is the point that I'm.
some people know Jay-Z as a record label executive. My whole life, Jay-Z's been a record label.
I knew him as a rapper.
Right, your
But-
generation.
But we're talking about.
I know. Can I finish what I'm saying? Can I finish?
All right.
We're talking about rappers using rap to catapult themselves, right?
Right.
And then changing to another space where they feel like makes them more money, right? Or where they
No.
feel like is where they want to be. or
No,
where they feel
that's
like-
not what I'm saying.
Okay, my bad.
I'm saying
Yeah.
artists who come into hip hop and
Right.
then want to go transition to other forms of music.
Right. Okay. If we're
I'm not
specifically
talking
talking
about
about
what
just
happened
other
as like a
forms of music,
businessman.
just other forms of music, I'm gonna say this. As far as why it happens, I have no idea. I think it's because rap, like I was saying before, has a fuck ton of rules. Rap has a fuck ton of rules. And when you are an artist, you don't like rules. No artist likes rules. When you're a painter, you don't like rules. So when you go into rap and then you're trying to make a name for yourself in rap and you're rapping, and then every person that sees you rap tells you that you're not a rap star because of this, or you're not rapping because of that, then you ask yourself, am I a rapper? Then you begin to ask yourself. And I think the real truth is rap is toxic to the artist it sponsors, and it asks a lot from its artists. So a lot of young people, especially young black people like myself, look at rap and we say, where's my future there? And a lot of people say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can make some different type of music, because I'm looking around and all the rappers that I know, they're fucking dying, or they're fucking getting shot, or they're fucking, just not making it. They're going to jail for a long time. And then I look around at this industry that's supposed to support me, and a lot of these industry execs are feeding off of my people. They're living off of my people.
But it's
And then
the
I
same
look
in
around,
every
and I look around at the school, exactly, and I look around at all the schools and all the neighborhoods, and they say, oh, rap is funding this, rap is feeling this. So the biggest question is, why is there an expectation that if I make rap music and I become popular from rap music, that I must only make rap music?
I don't think that's the biggest question.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I'm just asking, is there an expectation, and why?
Well, I just think that as a people.
Because I haven't gotten popular off of rap.
But-
I haven't gotten popular off of any music. So that's why I'm starting now.
So really, this could be an argument for any genre.
Right.
But I hate that.
You're
I
right.
personally just don't like the fact that we downplay the value of what it is. Like, and the truth is the value of what it is why everybody wants to do it. And
Yeah.
then whether or not you want to continue doing it or you want to discard it, it doesn't change the fact that you want to do it.
But
Point
my
blank,
my
period.
question is,
and then on top of that,
Yeah.
on top of wanting to do it and
Yeah.
participate in it,
Yeah.
I think that it's fucked up as a people that one of the things that we like to argue is the appropriation of our own culture by others.
but my question
But
is,
then we'll turn around and we'll say that the appropriation of another is what will make us famous. So essentially you're saying that there's no value in just being what's yours. Like
No,
hip
that's
hop
not
is
true.
the most original art form on the planet.
That's not true. That's not true. So that's not true. That's
Absolutely.
not what I'm saying. And that's what I mean. Like, if anybody wants to say, like, I still rap. I still fucking rap. I still drop rap out songs. I still go to fucking open mics. I'm still a rapper. And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's my biggest point. My nigga, like, if you are a fucking rapper and you decide you want to make any other fucking type of music, you're selling out your culture, you're a whole else of shit. My nigga, what is it with rap that black people feel so like if you're a rapper you can only do rap? I mean, at the end of the day,
not
we
that black
created all.
people
Hold on,
feel like
hold
that.
on, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. We created all this shit. We created rock. We created rock. Black people created rhythm and blues. We turned country from folk music to what it is today. So all this music, all of it, like you could go back into the history, especially rock, especially rock, especially rhythm and blues. Country, you can still maybe say
Rhythm and
white
blues
people
belongs to us.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Rap
saying.
is original to us.
That so is rock. So is rock. That's what I'm trying to say. So
We
is
know
rock.
that.
So I'm saying for black people, it's like when you're coming
And
up.
yet the
hold on,
frequency of rock didn't stick with black people.
It
So
did
did it-
though.
was it
That's
really for black people?
That's what I'm saying. It did though. There's still a lot of black people that listen to rock. That's my point. I feel like this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. There's two camps right now in the rap community. There's two camps. There's a camp in the rap community. It's like rap is this. It's this thing. Hip hop is this. It's this thing. I don't know exactly what it is. So I'm just saying this. I don't know. But hip hop is this. It's this thing. We need to protect it. We need to structuralize it. We need to make sure that this thing and this culture and this beautiful thing that we call hip hop stays alive forever and continues to prosper and continues to be what it needs to be. And then there's another group of people that are like, I'm an artist. So I make music. So and then they start making hip hop and they fall in love with the artistry of hip hop and they grew up listening to hip hop. So they're like, oh my God, this shit is beautiful. So they make hip hop music because they grew up listening to. This is the first thing that brought them to love. But then they say, you know what? I don't want to protect anything. I don't feel like I need to protect this or need to protect that. I'm gonna go make the next song. But my question is when I'm in rap, if I'm in rap and everything I do in rap is trustworthy, I'm not stealing from people. Everything I make in rap is good. I don't make rap music that's gonna be detrimental to the rap community or detrimental to hip hop as a whole. Why can't I leave rap and come back? Why can't I do both? Why can't I make a rock
That's
album?
not my argument.
Why can't I make a rock album
That's
in
not my
conjunction?
argument.
No, what I'm saying is who's actually projecting themselves through rap and ultimately leaving rap. I don't see anybody doing that. I see a lot of people who get famous because of rap music. Then they will go and explore another genre of music. Then when they come back to rap music, rap says, no sir. The rap listeners say, no sir, you can't come back here. For one reason or
They don't
another.
say that.
Well, they do. They don't listen
But
to
I
it.
think it begs the question, man.
Yeah.
I think it begs the
They
question.
do. I mean, they do. That's what happened. Post
Why?
Malone. Post
But-
Malone's dropping hip hop albums. Nobody's
but-
listening to him.
But yes, that's how he became famous.
When he first dropped them. I'm saying the ones
That's
he's
what-
dropping now
like,
after
you
he
keep
went.
making my point.
No, I'm saying the ones he's dropping now. After he went and made a couple country albums, I made a couple of albums. He's dropping hip hop albums right now. Nobody's listening to him. That's where the argument started of what was this dude's focus? What was this dude's goal? And I'm not defending Post Malone.
No.
But I'm just saying that happens a lot of times.
No.
People leave rap, they come back, and then you're not allowed back
But-
in because you left.
But mind you, Post Malone only becomes an example because he came into this purposely appropriated.
Right.
And the issue that I think I suffer from with the culture is the fact that knowing that this comes from black people and black and brown people, but specifically, the Latino community on the East. I think that it's messed up that we will open the doors for
Right.
people to come and appropriate what this is.
Right.
Use it to make themselves famous, use it to make themselves rich, use it to make themselves relevant. And then they will use that and go take it somewhere else. And then you will
Right.
have the people who come from this,
Right.
who come from this, knowing that America's #1 export around the planet is hip hop culture from America.
Right.
And yet the first thing the nigga want to do,
Let's get out.
how does that make sense?
I'll tell you how it
That's
makes
my
sense.
point.
I'll tell you how it makes sense.
That's my
That's
point.
how I tell you it makes sense. You look around, nigga. You're asking yourself, like, look at the BET Awards recently. Look at who
Why
these
is
doors
that?
get. Hold on, I'll bring this all this up. Look at who these doors get open for. It's not like they're opening these doors for the next young nigga with the most talent coming out of your local city. They're not. They're opening these doors for the fucking appropriators. That's why Iggy Azalea can win the fucking BET Awards. They're opening these doors for the craziest nigga in the city that doesn't represent the city very well, but he's the craziest nigga in the city and everybody likes to see him. So when you see who the doors get open for, then you tell yourself, I'm not the type of guy that gets through that door. Then you say, you know what? Fuck it then. I'm gonna make music over here. I'm gonna make music over there. I'm gonna make music everywhere. Anywhere I can get in, because guess what I wanna do for the rest of my life? Make music.
What you about to say?
Man, I think as much as we own hip hop, we don't own the industry that built the system. Of
Any
hip-hop.
one of them.
Right.
Yeah. So
Any one of
that's
the
how
Right.
that's how we can do it, because the truth of the matter is,
Right.
we fell for the same fucking trick.
You want to fix hip hop? You want to
the
fix
same
hip hop?
fucking
And this is the. And I'm saying this to the camera. I'm saying this to the camera, and I'm saying this to YouTube, and I'm saying this to the OGs in hip hop, the niggas that got famous off of hip hop, that love hip hop, that want to see hip hop succeed. You want to fix hip hop, nigga? All the niggas out here that actually got famous off of hip hop. Talk about the LL Cool J's, the Dr. Dre's, the Ice Cubes, the fucking Method Mans, the Wu Tangs. A lot of y'all are doing it, and a lot of y'all are not. I don't know who to say who, because I've never met any of y'all. But the Snoop Dogs, y'all need to come back. The old rappers, the old hip hop artists that want to see hip hop succeed, y'all need to come back, and y'all need to get in the way and make sure that you're putting hip hop niggas on. Cause guess what? When they're not around, guess who controls hip hop? The same white labels that controlled it when you got into hip hop.
But we've already seen that happen. Like, mind you, I don't necessarily, I personally, like, I don't want you, because mind you, you
Yeah.
know that I appreciate what hip hop is all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think like the answer is like a bunch of old niggas need to come back.
They don't need to make music. They need to come back and sponsor shit. Like, you need to ask yourself, bro, if you're an old nigga right now and you made hip hop and you're famous, and if you're one of the famous niggas from the 90s, you're like, what the fuck has happened to the music I need to make? Sit back and ask yourself, what did you do financially with your money, with your power, with your resources, to make sure that the next generation of hip hop had the same resources you did, but also fuck that, they didn't sign the same contracts you
I
did.
can't say that, because I feel like this generation and the generations that have come since, like, them old dudes, like, what we know to be factually is the current, at least the last 2 generations of music
Yeah.
in this have become way more financially successful. They become way more famous. Like, that's one of the arguments that happens on YouTube now, is the fact
After
that
they-
you have all of these old dudes from
Yeah.
the last generation
Yeah.
who might have reached a certain level of notoriety,
Yeah.
but they were never able to reach the level of people and the money that this current generation
And that's what I'm
has
saying.
now.
This current generation that they're talking about had to do all that. They had to become all that, get all that financial success without their aid. And go talk to any of them. Go talk to any one of these successful rappers. Go talk to any of them. You will not find one that tell you, oh yeah, the OGs of hip hop came and helped me. No, they all had to get on by themselves.
A few, man.
A few, but a lot of them had to get on by themselves. And the whole time they was coming up, especially on the SoundCloud area, they was hearing, fuck y'all make rap, fuck y'all weird niggas, y'all gay, y'all dress weird. So what the fuck you think they're gonna do when they finally get they shit? They gonna say, fuck y'all back.
But why? But that's what I'm saying, and 'cause I don't have no argument for that
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah.
Because mind you, if you're saying that the generation was able to find their way without
did.
them,
They
no,
did.
no, that's my point.
Yeah.
If they were able to find their way without them, then you
Yeah.
can't blame them.
Right.
Pause.
Right.
Now, with that being said, if they did it without them, you
Yeah.
can't blame them.
But you can't be mad at
Pause.
what they built.
Hold up.
My
Just
bad. My
let
bad.
that circulate.
Yeah.
And so I just want to take a step back over here, just talking about like the appropriation, right?
Right.
So then take like Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X did what?
I don't know what that nigga did, man. That nigga's a fucking to be dead.
Which was what? Considered to be what?
was like a country pop, and
Country
then
pop.
shortly after that, you know, he started to express himself a little bit more.
Now mind you, coincidentally, he went from country music to he began to make like this weird twisted like Christian dark thing, right?
Yeah.
My point is this though. As soon as Old Town Road came out, as popular as it became, what's the first thing the country music community said? It's not country music.
Right.
It's the first shit they said.
Right.
As soon as Beyonce put a country music album out, the first thing they said was, yo, this ain't that.
It's an image thing, bro.
No. Hold up.
Yeah.
My point is that the communities that build out what these things are dictate the terms of what it's supposed to be. All right? Now, personally, I think country music and most of the artistry in it is more like rap than anything.
No.
But I do, because when you listen to what they talking about and the ways in which they use words, it's kind of like rap just over a different type of rhythm.
Yeah,
right?
especially now.
But my point is this though, in that's acceptable.
Yeah.
In R&B, one of the issues that they had in the 80s and the 90s was, yo, why the fuck are we putting rappers on R&B songs? Because the R&B community said, yo, this is not what R&B is.
Right.
Now, mind you, as a person who grew up in hip hop and knowing that hip hop is an accumulation of all of the genres, that's why it's the number one across the planet is in culture. It's because it has all of them in it.
Right.
And yet, the way in which we use words, even though it can be used in many different forms, it has a thing that comes with it that makes you a rapper.
Right.
There's a thing that comes with it. That's why the poet and the rapper is like the same. Rap stands for rhythm and poetry. So I only say that to say this. Why is it, or I accept that it's supposed to expand.
Yeah.
But why is it that it's such a problem in the one that is original to us to want to maintain it and not be mad at the communities that want to maintain theirs as well?
Yeah.
And yet be so dismissive of the fact that out of all of them, this is the most original, even though it embodies all of them at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It seems as if like it's only good when it puts you where you want to be at, and then afterwards it's fuck rap. Rap is violent. Rap keeps you in a box. It makes you stick to rules. Like the truth is like so do all of those other spaces.
You know,
I know.
I think for me personally, I think me personally, maybe I'm not the most qualified to answer that question because I'm not famous yet. So rap ain't
like that's not.
Here's the thing about me. Like the thing that's gotten me to where I'm at right now has not been rap music. I've been rapping a lot. I've been going to hella freestyles. I've only put out one rap song so far. So the thing that helps me develop my craft and the thing that makes me a better artist is rap music. And the thing that I enjoy doing, I love doing to the point that I fiend for it. Like I get to scratching my neck, looking around the house trying to fix that fucking feeling is rap. And not even rapping the way that I go and record a song or rapping the way it is today. I love the freestyle. I love to stand up in front of a fucking cypher and freestyle in front of a group of people. I love that shit. I'm never gonna stop.
Use that energy in other areas.
Hold on, let me just finish. I'm never gonna stop loving that. I'm never gonna stop doing that. And I wouldn't even necessarily say I prefer to use my energy in other areas because I'm diverting a lot of I'm reverting most of my energy to that shit. But I don't want to be put in any artist, any box. I don't want to be considered a pop artist. I don't want to be considered an R&B artist. I don't want to be considered a country artist. I want people to look at me and say, that's Marcus, that nigga, and he made great music. And I want people to listen to my music off the values of my music and not off of what genre they think of.
I just want to say something because I think like the reasoning and try to understand it's like multifolded because like rap is first of all, rap is young, which means it had to exist long enough to be mastered. All these other crafts have been mastered. This is why like when you like go to learn like marching band music or whatever, or even like become like a concert like musician or whatever, like y'all go and play classical music. Because it was there for so long, like the art itself refined itself to like we know exactly what it is and we know what it represents. Like it trains the elements. Rap is that too. Rap will train all the other elements.
Right.
All the other genres are already established and refined. Like we had folk music, which led to like country music and bluegrass and all this other shit way before. the same thing I would say for R&B, like soul and all that other shit. Church, you know what I'm saying? That's really where a lot of that shit. But rapping, you know what I'm saying? So now we're finally reaching a point in time where we got this kind of, like you said, two-party, where it's like it's young people who understand like there's a way to rap.
Right.
There's people on YouTube that will say you want to sound like this person or this person, and they'll show you like where they hit certain notes and where they rhyme and break it down like that.
Right. And then
People before though, they were there as it was coming along.
Right.
Like they seen it coming along. It's like how you said about Black Americans being the same or being their own individual race, bro. Like it was through all of these elements and over time that developed this human that's faster, stronger, better built. Like now it's not like, bro, you can go to damn near come to any fucking hip hop. You gonna find well, as long as you in a populated area, you gonna find somebody that's like that nigga's cold with the wordplay, or he's cold with the. That's just a regular nigga who can do that.
No, you're right. And over time, hold on. I just want to say, over time, these different facets have developed different fans, and that's how I feel. Like rap has been around so long. It's like basketball. When you play basketball, like you gotta have different people that manage different things. Like you got handlers, you got ball handlers that maybe not be shit on shot clock, but you're not getting the ball from him. His handles are ridiculous, and he might not even make it to the NBA on that. But his handles are ridiculous. You're not getting the ball from him. Then you got people that just rebound. Their rebound is crazy. And you might ask that rebounder, how did you get good by rebounding? Oh, I fucking play tennis, and that makes me quicker at getting the ball, or whatever it is that they do. Oh, you know what? I stand in the fucking stand in the drive pin and hit baseballs. But whatever makes them quicker at that sport, they're still gonna take that back to their sport of basketball. You know, they go run track. There's a lot of basketball players in the summer when you're in school, you run track. But you're a basketball player, but you run track. It doesn't take away from track. Track is one of the oldest sports, the greatest sport. All glory to track. It's in the Olympics. But you play basketball, so yes, you're gonna come. But you gotta do track. Yeah, but you gotta do track. But I think that's my point. It's like I think it's looked down upon, but really I'm honoring rap. I see rap is like I see rap. But you can argue whether it's on or not. But I see rap as a rite of passage, as a lot of black artists do. I feel like in order for me to be great at what I do, right, and which is I'm a songwriter. That's really what I really am. Is I'm a songwriter. I'm not even the best book. I'm a songwriter. I write songs, and I write songs right now. I write a song.
Have to go into a category.
Well, they don't have to. But in order for me to write good, I feel like that's an opinion thing. But I just feel like in order for me to do what I do, which is be a songwriter, write good songs, I need to train in all these different facets. Just like in order for me to be a good basketball player, I have to be quick. I have to be all these different things. So yeah, as an extracurricular, I freestyle. As an extracurricular, I run track. That doesn't mean I look at track as less than what I'm doing, or I look at track as under what I'm doing. I have the most respect for rap. I see rap as the fundamental to my core that even allows me to write music, that even allows me to write all these other things. And that's my point, is the rap community views it the wrong way. They see somebody coming to hip hop and get popular off of hip hop, and they go with these other things. They say, oh, this motherfucker used hip hop. No, you're looking at the wrong way. It's the fucking training wheels. Like hip hop isn't just training wheels. There's people that are great at track.
All right,
there's people that are great at track.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Look, when I think of hip hop as a culture, I don't think of rap first. All right. I do believe rap is the language of it, but to be honest, I view it as like the pain of black people.
Yeah.
That's really what I view hip hop as, right? Like when we talk about like the most original music art forms to us in this country, like as the indigenous people or whatever we consider ourselves to be, the earliest thing that you know and I know and you know is them singing songs in the field.
Yeah.
That's R&B.
Hold up, I'm making a point.
Yeah,
I'm making a point.
Go ahead.
And even in that, yes, it could be said to be rhythm and blues. It could be. It could be. But even in that, as like it transitioned, when you think of R&B now, you normally think of like love and shit. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So when you think about it, like, all right, so outside of that, and then to know the first black man to make themselves famous from this was I can't think of his name right now, man. Any other time he became famous for singing slave songs in like 8 different languages. And he was also the first black to be in a Hollywood film where the stereotype was he was the spokesman for the African tribe and the white dudes was trying to move in there. It's like 1920s and shit. All right. I'm saying that to say this. When you transition to know that if that's the thing that make black people famous in music, fast forward when you get to hip hop, the first famous hip hop songs, like the real ones, like separate from like the party shit, you know, the Sugar Hill Gang was a man telling you about the pain of the hood. Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash, The Message. Fast forward, the box that hip hop says that we live in isn't about like being a gangster or a street dude. It's about the fact that the part of this that made it famous was black people explaining painful shit. That's hip hop, like at its core. It's black people explaining painful shit. That is what made black people famous in music. Period. And so to me, it's not like, mind you, I only said all of this is just because it's a good conversation. Like the truth is hip hop is always supposed to be expansive. Black people are supposed to be in every area of life. This is why we get the Tiger Woods and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we need that. Like we need that in real life. You know what I'm saying? We need, whether or not you like Lil Nas X, we needed him to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like whether or not to just, you know, rub them the wrong way or to prove that black people could do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like that was important. It's the same as, it makes me wonder like what was happening in the Latin community when they developed reggaeton. Knowing that the base of reggaeton is reggae, bro. Where does reggae come from? You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's proof that they were pushing themselves. Like we're all doing it. Like we're all doing it and we're supposed to. I'm just saying that I think that sometimes, and it's crazy because I'm saying it now, you know what? Damn, that's crazy. I realize now, I understand what the old people were saying right now. Like, I get it right now. Word. It's not so much like, it's not about the change. It's not about that. It's about the fact that with the change, holding on to the things that made it what it was. You see what I'm saying? Like now I understand why they were mad for real. Cause mind you, I listen to all the new shit, as you know, we outside, we do this. But I now see, like, I can see the differences between like the generations as I'm saying it.
Yeah, I think it's the same classic argument from ever long ago. Look, I understand you, sir. Like, I'm not saying to you. I'm saying the youngest. This is how we see the older generation. I understand exactly what you guys are saying. I understand exactly what you guys had to do to get this to this point, and I got nothing, literally nothing, but respect and admiration for
I know you
guys.
do. I know.
But now that it's here, I'm 26. I'm young. And the world is mine, just as it was yours. Remember when the world was yours? The world is mine.
I can't ever say I knew when the world was. I was in prison, bro.
I'm saying this to the older generation.
I know, I get it.
The world was once theirs, and they had the world, and the world went the way they wanted it to be, and beautiful it was, and I'm so thankful for it. But shit, man, the reins are mine now. I'm on the fucking horse, nigga.
No doubt.
And I'm gonna take this fucking horse where I want it to go. And then when we're done, I'm gonna sit down when this motherfucker bucked me off. You just gonna have to wait till I'm gonna look up to you and I'm gonna say, man, I was listening to you and you was right. And then you gonna give me some more advice and I'm gonna get right back on the fucking horse. And now that I got the reins, I'm gonna keep not listening. I really don't mean to. But when you say that the stove is hot, I'm looking at the stove, it don't seem that hot. And I just mean that's what it is, man. It's the same old argument from long ago. Or if the one generation says to the new generation, you're doing this thing whole wrong. And the new generation says to the old generation, get the fuck out of here, I'm doing the thing. And that's what I mean, man. Like, rap is just gonna fucking evolve. And it's gonna change. And it's gonna be totally different from anything that we ever liked. And there's nothing we can fucking do about it. And me, everything I love about hip hop, when I get fucking 80, I'm gonna look around, I'm gonna say, ugh, everything about hip hop is fucking gross. Because
You might not.
I'm not saying not everything, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna look
But
around,
I'm
I'm
sure
saying,
you'll look around and you'll say to yourself, like, I get it.
yeah.
And mind you, like, let it not be under. Let it not.
You just got it now. You just fell towards now. No, I'm just when you say you just go with the old people saying
No. That's no. I get it. This word is bond. Like as we're talking, like it's dawning on me because like I remember like the old niggas from the generation
That's
before
what I'm
with me. And in mind you, as I'm going through my own journey and all of that. So like I get it. I think just as like I think it's just the nature of black people. Like you know, going back to the. In mind, it's all people in their own right, but you know, just because of the conversation that we're having, it's like our nature is just that, it's that unbroken horse out in the field. You know what I'm saying? But with black people, like we just don't like we don't like the rules that come with like being away, or like the authority that says that this is the rules of being a person, even though like you could.
I don't listen to shit, nigga. I would be real. I don't listen to shit. And I'm worse than everybody else because I ain't grew up with no mom and dad. So I never grew up listening to shit. Like I don't listen to shit.
I get it.
I'm the worst way in that. But also, like when I was little, like everybody told me to do all this shit, and it fucked me over. So now I'm not listening to shit, and I know I don't listen to shit, and I take pride on this shit. You know, I stand in front of the judge. I argue with the judge. You know, all my cases are public. Go back, watch the video of me when I fucking was in court for fucking, you know, for fucking robbing that grocery store. I'm arguing with the judge. I don't respect nobody's authority over me, and not for any other reason that I don't recognize their wisdom or respect what they've been to, or it's people that I look at and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker doing better than me and what we're doing together, and I see and admire the way he doing it. And then like I still gotta know. I wanna know. Like I wanna know. Like you fall, like I'm a weirdo, bro. Like you fall into it. Like I see you walk and you fell into a hole, and you like, hey, don't fall over here. It's a trap. It's some leaves. You're gonna fall into a hole. I'm gonna go in there. I want to see what happened. Like I gotta know. You know, and that's what I mean. Like it's more just like.
And the thing is, if they fall into the trap, so what? I'm the person who laugh at you.
Right.
Because, but mind you, and I respect it. Yeah. But at the same time,
I gotta know.
Like this is how we get to like old sayings like a fool learns from his own mistakes, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then mind you,
and I'm a fool, man.
But you shouldn't be though.
I'm happy to be who I am. I love myself.
And this is my word. I'll leave it at this. And you know, we could, you know, bring it to a close. But it's about this. For me, I struggle with this. I went to prison for 15 years. Right. You know, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Right. I don't give a fuck about shit. Fuck your laws, fuck your rules. Fuck, I broke all the rules in prison. Right. You know, that's another conversation for another day. Like, so I get it. I'm not mad at it. It's like I said, I'm coming to an understanding while we sitting here. You know, just thinking about things. Like, I've been watching The Sopranos, right? I'm in the last season of it now. It took me through some ups and downs, watching these Italians, right? And to know that, you know, this was like the early 2000s too. So like the story is still close enough to like the things that were happening or happened. You know, John Gotti wasn't that far removed, like all the famous names we hear, all that. So repeatedly though, one of the things that comes up in the story in different moments is, you know, why they use language like, you know, a friend of mine, friend of ours. You know what I'm saying? You know, why it's important to have family. Repeatedly, it was said, if we got rules, there's rules. If we don't follow the rules, this thing we have will fall apart.
Right.
And to know, like it's like the idea of like, you could create a people who could really maintain like a rule for like 1,000 years.
Right.
Like, it's in our bloodline that we're gonna do this.
Right.
And we will not allow it to be fucked with in any way.
Right.
And so, like, to me, that speaks to how, or to me, that speaks to why, like our people, as a people, like, we know that whatever makes us, wherever the fuck we from, whatever made us, like, we know that whatever that is was removed from us.
Yeah.
Like, we know that our names are removed, our gods are removed, all that shit. We know it's gone. So it makes sense that, like, as a people, the American blacks, like, we don't say it like this, but like, we're like the bastard people of society, even though we've been here for a long time, but not this breed.
We have no connection. We have no connection to our previous past. This is why I say I'm not African. Like, I have no connection to fucking Africa, not at all. But and nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not shitting Africa.
Indeed.
But and
it's not.
You know what I blame? You know what I blame for how black men that grew up in America are. You know what a black man's education are? Our culture is public school, nigga. You know, I grew up idolizing fucking Julius Caesar, nigga. Genghis Khan, fucking, that's what they taught me to idolize. You know, these white people that went around fucking Christopher Columbus. You know, not all white people, but Marcus Aurelius, who wasn't a white person, but, you know, St. Augustine. Like, all the people I grew up being taught in school to idolize were men that conquered. And then I was like born into a world where conquering is done on a data sheet. You know, that's why, that's just fucked up with all the boys nowadays. Like, bro, like, this my whole generation grew up. I grew up idolizing men that took what they want by physical force.
And they all came from
armors.
cultures that were not your own.
And they all came from cultures that weren't mine. And they took what they wanted by physical force. And all that shows me, man, is all you get from following the rules is your village invaded, your wife, your God taken from you.
As the people that we come from. But then when you
No, I say even now, right? They out here taking gods in villages right now, nigga.
No.
Don't believe. Hey, go look at the news. They taking gods in villages and wives right now, nigga. That's all I'm saying.
No. You're right. No. You're right. What I'm saying is that if following the rules for us got us that,
Right.
but on the other side of the coin,
Right.
following the rules for them is how they were able to accomplish this with us.
And we don't understand, and a lot of people, I understand, but a lot of people don't understand. They just got a different set of rules, nigga. Like, they tell you the rules. That's why I never grew up. I don't want to say
which
this.
one? I'm just saying, which one is a better? My only question is which one becomes the better example?
If you're asking me, as far as the better example to lead your people to success.
Which side of the coin? My only question is this: which side of the coin leads the people further? The side of the coin that was subjected to the pillaging, the taking, the not having,
right, or the having,
or the other side of the coin from the other culture who had, which in turn allowed them to do it.
Isn't it evident? It's better to take, nigga. Listen, take it from me, nigga. It's better to take to be taken from. That's just simple math.
So would you say it's better than to have rules and structure and discipline?
It's better. You want a world with rules. You want a world with rules. No, you want a world with rules. It's important because you want a world with rules. You just can't follow them. So you got to make sure that you push for rules to be like you got to have sheep, nigga. So make sure to build the farm for the sheep to come. Make sure, like, you got to build the farm and you got to make sure the farm look good or the sheep not gonna come. So you need the rules, but you don't follow them. And if you asking me, Marcus, where the hell did you get them from? Watch the unit appearance from the last fucking whatever.
The rules for the other people.
You need the other people to follow the rules. And I'm not talking about what's right or wrong. Right or wrong is for fucking losers. I'm talking about what happened. That's what happened. That's how Europe was able to succeed. They had guns, germs, and steel. We had mathematics, nigga. We had mathematics and healthcare. They had guns, germs, and steel. So you asking me what's better? Guns, germs, and steel. Now these niggas got guns, germs, steel, mathematics, and healthcare. Nigga, like, it's better to be strong and defiant. It's better to be strong and defiant. Be a wolf. You don't have to be a wolf. You don't have to be a wolf. Don't be evil. But be a sheep with sharp teeth. If that makes any sense to you. But you want the rules. Because without the rules, there's nobody to prey on. That's why there's still rules. That's why they still have the rules for us. Without the rules, there's no way to get powerful. So you want the rules. You just can't follow them bitches.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
niggas finna break the internet, bro.
I mean, I don't know if we're gonna break the internet, but one thing's for sure, like, we're gonna make them think, because that's what authentic N-words. By the way, let it not be forgotten, man, for those who may recognize the background of where we're at. We're somewhere in Denver right now. Specifically, we're on the west side of Denver. We're in La Raza Park. For those who know what La Raza means, the race. Like, this is really how we get to this energy today, to keep it 100, y'all. Like, we're standing on ground of people who, just like us, fought, went through shit, and had to go through shit to maintain their own as well. Mind you, like, I be in rooms with people from this community on a regular basis, and like that becomes like a point of conversation that like I admire. Like the fact that like you could argue over the way y'all speak like Spanish because you still got it. Like you still got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can speak to the people from your own who helped get you here. Like even if one's from amongst them who may be like, fuck that, I'm not sticking to whatever, but like culture itself in a sense, like it's strange, but like culture says rules. Like it says it without saying it. Like there's a thing that comes with what we are. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason I even wanted to have a conversation with you, bro. Like
it's a great conversation.
We have this conversation off camera in various spaces. People know us. You know, now I'm only saying it to simply say that like it's imperative that not only do we have like the uncomfortable conversations, but to just see it for what it is. Like,
and I just want to say, morally, you're right. And I just want to say that for the camera. Morally, well, like, if you ask me, morally, black people were in the right? Obviously, they weren't out trying to do all this shit. But morals matter when other people respect your morals. And that's it. When you live in a world where the dollar runs the world and morals are protected by power, you need power to protect your morals. So if you don't have any power, you don't have any morals. And then once you get some power and you have some space to exercise your morals, then you have morals, you know? That's the real world. So it's not that I'm living around with no morals. I live in a civilized society. I'm not a fucking heathen. But I follow the rules that make sense to me. I have my own personal moral code and I live by that bitch. And to be honest with you, the motherfucker's adjustable. I'm 26 years old. I adjust my moral code all the damn time. And if you don't like it, suck balls.
Nah, fuck that. That ain't about being 26. That's about being human. We all, listen, bro. We are all in the business of adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's about being authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. People be like, 3 months ago, did you think, like, I used to think a lot of shit when I was 19, nigga. Yeah, I used to have all type of shit I believed in when I was 19, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wash my balls every day when I was 19, nigga. I'm older now. Shit changed.
You believed in last week, you don't believe in this week.
Right.
Like, you know, so.
Be careful what you hear from me, cause I'm liable to change that shit tomorrow. Nigga, shit. You don't never know.
But you know, like, I know that, like, for real, like, I know that there are things that ground you.
Absolutely.
Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason why you're able to think so wide and broad is because of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I appreciate you. That's why I consider you to be an authentic N-word who speaks authentically in their words. Tell them where to find you. Tell them what they need to be keeping up with. I know you telling me every other day, yo, we doing this summer? Yeah. So, what it is?
Hey, I'm Marcus, that nigga, you feel me? You can catch me on any and every platform, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see me a lot around the city. I'm going to be opening, well, the restaurant's already open. You're going to see us on DoorDash, but you're going to see me around, you know what I'm saying, smacked sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? If you like good stony sandwiches pressed on a panini press, made with real deal ingredients, look out for smacked sandwiches. Thank you, guys.